What is up, you beautiful people? Hopefully this video bangs because we're talking about the greatest generation of all time, and I'm joined to you with my two experts in Pokemon. Yes, experts. I don't care what your opinion is. My opinion is that they are experts in their own right on the Pokemon game. Introduce yourselves, guys.
Hey, what's good, people? It's Attack on Samurott. Pokemon enthusiast. One of the greatest. I'm not gonna say one of the greatest players, but getting up there. On the way.
Humble.
Hentai lover. He's also a hentai lover. He loves that shit.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, and I'm here. I'm, Julian, just hanging out, talking about Pokemon, shit that I've complained about, love all my life. So you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Hey, if you love something, you complain about it. That's
exactly. Julian, aka Big Chicken, aka Dirty Mike, aka the Big Dog, aka
the man of many nicknames.
Yeah. All right, we're just gonna hop into this. You boys see my screen, right? You see this beautiful island of Sinnoh in front of me. How do we feel?
I love Sinnoh.
How do we feel about what they're doing with this game? Because I'm just gonna start off by saying I absolutely love that we're going back to chibi form. These little chibi sprites. Let me see if I can find them. See, we got the adult forms, and then we slide down. Yo, where are the chibi? Oh, I think they're in the other one. I got this.
The thing that
These little chibi
remember
right here. I absolutely love this, and our online is like a big meeting underground. This is beautiful.
Yeah, it is really dope.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back, I remember the game. Obviously all of the Pokemon games very fondly. And I remember when the game first got announced, and everybody was like, "I can't believe we're going back to chibi. Like, this is some bullshit, right?" Mm-hmm. And then, you look at it and you're like, "Well, I mean, it's actually, it was good for the time." And I think that it's nice that they're taking their own spin on it. But I definitely was like, I wasn't against it, but I was like, I mean, I wonder how if they could have done that. And I think a game that got shit on a lot for having questionable sprites was like let's go Pikachu and Eevee, but like now I'm like, those are pretty good. So I guess you look back and you're like, you remember the games a little more fondly than when they were first
like Gen
announced.
5 people like look at Gen 5 fondly now, but if we're being honest, like when it first dropped, the pixels look way worse than the Gen 4 sprites. They just do. It looks like you took a step backwards. But now people look at it and they're like, oh, give me the Gen 5 sprites back instead of this 3D bullshit. It's so funny. I think this hits a perfect blend though. Like, look at Dawn. You guys see Dawn on my screen, right? Look at how she's textured. Jules, we got the black outline that we needed. That it's not one solid fucking drawing that everybody panicked about. Look how good Turtwig looks. Like,
yeah, that was definitely
this is the best
one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, go ahead.
That was definitely one thing, is that people were really panicking, and it was like, relax. Like, it's literally the first trailer, and this is like almost like borderline pre-alpha footage. Like, relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, oh, sorry. I was just gonna say that, like, this is a massive improvement over what we saw in January when this first dropped. Like, when they say game footage is final, they actually mean it. So that definitely held true here. But yeah, again, like you guys said, I'm glad that they went back to the style and just made the chibis like 3D again, or not again, made it 3D. Definitely just translates really well with the original games. Again, like, I love these games so much. So with them going back to this style, it definitely just connects with me a lot more. So yeah, again, going back to like the people that were just unsure about it. When they were unsure about it. Well, I think it's still gonna take some time to grow to it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
I mean, there's a lot to I'm trying to think how to say it. The potential is, it's there for this. I mean, even now, the gameplay, every time they release a new trailer, it looks better and better. And so the fact that it's not finished, the whatever they add to the game, is as a remaster instead of a remake. Or, well, it's actually really a little bit of both, because this is a lot of new stuff that they're adding to the game. I hope that there's something cool to do, especially like post game. I really hope that there's some form of a stealth episode like there was in Black and White 2 with Omega and Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. So.
Hello?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something, Eric.
I'm not gonna lie to you, my mic fucking got absolutely shredded out of my computer and broke, so I had to run and grab another set of headphones, so I didn't hear anything. I'm gonna have to cut it.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Okay, well, do you want to say something, or can I say something?
You can say whatever, bro. I missed all of it, so if you want to start talking about.
Well, wait.
Okay.
Did you stop the recording, or did it?
No.
Or did you just have to go get a new?
No, I just kept going.
Okay.
I'll let you guys talk, and then I'll just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it is a discussion, so your guys' point of view still matters in it. You don't really need me.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to figure out where do we start, because there's just so much to really cover.
What do you guys want to talk about more? Do you guys want to talk about we can talk about we've already kind of talked a little bit about the art. Do you guys want to talk about new features or
wait, let's just tail into that character customization. Hello?
Oh yeah.
Walking with Pokemon?
Right, let's go with that.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
The Underground's back? Hello? Bro, they're just slapping with the best generation in Pokemon. That's all I gotta say. Anybody who thinks any other generation's better is just wrong.
Agreed. Okay, so I guess we could talk about the Poketch thing with the whole HMs thing, because a lot of people, when this first because we knew HMs were going to be coming back in some form, so with them bringing it back in the form of the Poketch is the best of both worlds, because we can use the Poketch for however we used it back in the day, which was using it for a calculator, writing notes down, all of that. Poketch was so far back in the day, man.
Bro,
yeah, I definitely think that them moving HMs away from being a necessary component to your team was good, because it was either they did that or they buffed HMs. And I don't think that they really cared that much about HMs. So
a Surf is still prevalent.
Yeah, Surf and Waterfall are the best ones.
Yeah.
I was about to say, other than those two, I mean, those are water type moves. That's fucking, you know how it goes. That Pokemon loves their water types. So.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, other than that, I mean, most of the HMs were not, applicable. So it's. I'm glad, because I didn't like having, a third of my team, dedicated to just having certain moves.
Such a useless move.
Yeah.
I mean, Rock Climb only has one usage, and that's on Sheer Force Mons. But besides that, though, I'm kind of it's kind of funny how the trademark mon for these HM moves is pretty much
the God,
Bidoof and D-Barrel.
The God.
Yeah, the God.
Yeah, and it's funny because they've shown up very prominently in the trailers, which means they know that people are going to make the fucking jokes.
Yeah,
I mean, if you think about it, they did this way back, because they were doing this whole Bidoof Day thing on the Pokemon channel.
They know what they're doing, but that's what makes me even angrier, that because that means they listen to the fan base, they know our little ins and outs, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, look at my screen real quick. Do you see how smooth this is? This little transition is right here.
Yeah, it's nice.
If the game is just that smooth, I'll be happy with the game. Anything else, whatever. But let's go back to the map.
I wonder if they're gonna commit to introducing any Sinoian variants, or however the fuck you're gonna want to pronounce it.
I don't think they're doing that. I think they're saving that.
I don't think so either, but because they would have announced it by now, you know what I mean? Because they're already doing it with Arceus.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're getting the games in November, right? So there's no way we're getting regional variants.
We could talk about the map though. Like, you know, just like doing a whole comparison of the original and this one.
Yeah, look at this map.
Wait, that's the map of the underground.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you meant when you said this
I mean,
one. I thought.
I mean, even then.
When you said this one, I thought you meant the underground map.
No, I was talking about the full one.
Okay, let me go back. That's my bad.
It's all good.
But yeah, what's the timeline?
I wonder if that's gonna be the active map. You know, like in the game rather than just like a nice.
Do I have a suggestion for you, Jules? Oh wait. Let me finish what I was saying before. I'm mad at the Pokemon Company though because they proved that they listened to like our little ins and outs or like inside jokes or whatever, and yet they still do the things that we hate.
Oh, wait, hold on, Eric. We can do that for a different day.
Sorry. I was about to fucking go on for 30 minutes on them not listening to us and removing features that we love.
We can do a vid about getting mad at Game Freak another day.
That's every day though, because we love them so much. See the balance?
I know, we want them to be better.
Yeah. But anyway, so before we talk about this map, Jules, I know you know because we've talked about this. Jules, do you know what region is connected to Sinnoh?
Oh, okay. Isn't Sinnoh supposed to be a part of? Isn't this like the last one that was supposed to be part of Japan? So isn't it technically connected to Johto?
Yes. Yep. Yes, Jules, it is connected to Johto. I love that you knew that. I wasn't too sure if you knew that. And what games came out in Gen 4, Jules?
The remasters of Gen 2, baby.
Yeah.
Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
And what did they introduce with this generation?
Pokemon walking and a lot of things that came out with the remasters. So
and what else?
There's a chance that like I was you actually missed it when you walked away, but I was hoping that they do something cool for some form of like a Delta episode. So that may be what they do. Is they're like, oh hey, we need you to go over there. And you're in Johto in some limited form.
Or what have they done, Jules? What have they done with Sun and Moon? Those dead games that I won't complain about. DLC, right? To other islands.
Yeah.
So what if they have a Johto DLC and a Kanto DLC?
I mean, it would justify them being able to bring back more Mons, because I mean, I'm still not 100% sure what the whole reasoning was behind not having the whole dex. I mean, like, I guess I understand it. You know, you don't want certain Mons in, but I'm just salty because my favorite Mon wasn't in the fucking Pokédex.
R.I.P. Ampharos, bro.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I hope they connect Johto to these games. Absolutely hope, because Johto in Chibi mode, and then it opens up more character customization, which selfishly I would want, because all I want to do is wear Gold's hat. And I don't know why they haven't realized this, but think about how dope it would be if our character customization, default always, you're able to get previous protagonist clothes, and then whatever the region would be. Like,
and the crazy thing is that they did this before for the Crown Tundra DLC, where they added like the villain costumes.
Yeah.
So like, if they can do that, they can definitely do the protagonist costumes too.
Yeah, bro, rocking that Team Rocket gear like in Soul Silver, hard gold.
Oh hell yeah!
Oof, that'd be wild.
So I do want to talk about the map though, because you know it's kind of interesting when you made that point about the Johto connection, because there's something that's different about the Sinnoh map. Like, if you go down to like the far end of the map, like all the way like across from Twin Leaf Town to that island, or to that like section that's like, you know, that was supposed to be for Poke Park, it's different.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there's
it
like
looks like
caves
it doesn't
and
stop.
such. No, go ahead, Jules.
No. So I'm saying it looks like it doesn't stop. So it looks like it's what am I fucking looking at again? Yeah, it looks like there could be some like narrow straight, and then like it could pop back up into another map, kind of like how what's it called? The Crown Tundra was like, where it was just like an extension to the bottom of the map, but you necessarily couldn't access it.
Exactly. It could be the same way here too. So there's still a chance there's a chance that we might get some kind of connection to Johto or Kanto. But okay, I didn't mean to. Go ahead, Eric.
No, I was just gonna say, really quick.
Mhm.
I hated it in the beginning, but thank God for DLC because now we can think this way, and
Exactly.
there's actual opportunities for them to capitalize on it. I just hope that they capitalize on it. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, I really do hope they do it well. Like, even though I never played the games, I do think that, you know, Crown Tundra and the Isle of Armor DLCs made Sun and Moon, or made Sword and Shield better. You know, just like adding all the returning or adding a majority of the returning mons, and also adding new mons on top of that, it definitely made it a lot more enjoyable. So if they can do this, if they can do that with these games, then that'll be great as well. But yeah, in case you guys don't know about the connection to Johto and Sinnoh, basically in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, there's this event that happens in this section that's like in the high part of Johto or something like that, where it's called like the Sinjo Ruins. And the Sinjo Ruins is like this giant hall where you can summon Arceus, and Arceus will, you know, allow you to get an egg of Dialga, Palkia, or Giratina. It was like a really old event back in the day. So pretty much people have, you know, like said that they have that kind of connection, Sinnoh and Johto. So if they can bring something like that back, then that definitely would be something.
Let's also not forget another mon, and then I'll marry this with the next point I'm gonna make, which is the Dex. So after I'm done with this, you guys can talk about your opinions on the Pokédex. But we got two very special versions of the same mon in Gen 4, and we haven't had them since. I have a plushie of this mon. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but spiky-eared Pichu and then the fucking off-white Pichu. We haven't gotten it since. And like, during one of the, I don't remember what interview specifically, but Masuda and I don't remember, was it? No, it wasn't Satoshi because he passed, right? Somebody else who works at Game Freak was holding a spiky-eared Pichu, so hopefully that was a hint, because you know the plushies are always there to drop hints and all the stuff in the background that they hold. Pokemon Company has been talking about Johto a lot. I just hope they connect it all with that Celebi event and the spiky-eared Pichu. Just make it available for your fans, because there's no other way we could get it again. There's absolutely no other way we could get that specific Pichu again, or the off-white one, the quote-unquote shiny Pichu.
Yeah, there were a lot of other events like that just kind of got, you know, they were just gone. So if they can bring those back, that'll be cool too.
Yeah, we never truly got the Arceus event, Arceus, but also shout out to Pokemon for confirming you could pronounce it either way, since they're the ones who messed up and it sounded like ass in England. So they're like, yeah, pronounce it how you want. But yeah, I hope we get the Arceus event. That's one main thing. But do you guys think, one, that'll happen, and two, that they'll port over the exact copy of the Dex, or they'll make some tweaks and edits?
Going on the Arceus, or Arceus, whatever, the Arceus point, I really want to say they're gonna add Arceus in this game, but again, Legends Arceus is just like, it's just so close that I honestly don't know. I hope they do. I hope they add it, but I honestly don't know.
And
I think that for the Arceus game, there's a chance that this may be the first Pokemon that you may not actually catch the cover art legendary, and it may just kind of be a revolving story between you and like exploration. So I'm not 100% sure, because I mean, if you think about it, like the concept of Arceus is that, you know, everything's way more primitive, and you know, you weren't able to catch Arceus legitimately in the first game anyways, or in the first Gen 4. So like it would make sense if it was like this like power that, you know, just kind of like respected you, rather than it like being, you know, something that you caught. And that's something that I don't think they've done yet in Pokemon. So I think that there may be some, like, my guess is that there's probably gonna be like some direct tie between Arceus, or Pokemon Arceus, and the Gen 4 remakes that they'll hint about at some point, because it'll definitely get brought up in like a book or something, that they'll say like, oh, a lot of inhabitants or something have ancestors, that have lived here for like hundreds of years or whatever. And that's why I think they'll make a reference, like kind of like tying the games together. But I think that like Arceus will be like, if anything, it'll be more of a chance that you catch it in the remakes rather than in the new game. That's just my guess.
So it would kind of be like a Delta episode kind of thing with Arceus.
Yeah. So like I'm trying to think, because was there really any other game or even movie that was like that?
Well, if we're talking about an Arceus movie, there was the Jewel of Life,
Yeah.
but that movie's kind of like
no, in the sense that like the Pokemon didn't get captured, but it was like more like a respect thing. I guess for like the I'm trying to think of the one with Lugia. I think that because that one, it was. Well, I guess that's really all the movies because I don't know. I'm kind of getting in the fucking. Just kind of stumbling about it now because the movies are completely different from the games because they don't actually technically catch any of the legendaries. But yeah, I think it'll be more like that. If anything, it'll be like I said, like a story that like intertwines your story and Arceus' story, and you may not necessarily catch him, or you'll have like an opportunity and you'll be like, no, I don't need to catch him. He, the Pokemon should decide for itself or whatever. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
I
don't
don't know. Bullshit like that.
I don't know. That is interesting, but yeah, it's kind of mixed. Your 2 points. It is very close to BDSP coming out, like when they release Arceus. So I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's just so different, and I love that they kind of double released. If we're being honest, we don't really have a lot of time in between. And I'm okay with that. They've never done anything like that. And this is great. Like, they need to be more innovative with their side games. I don't know what the battling is going to be like in Arceus, what the porting over is going to be. I'm just hopeful that this shows them that they could experiment more and they don't have to worry about the fan base losing it. They should be more worried about what they did with Sword and Shield than they should with what they're doing with Arceus, is the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, I agree. This is way better than Sword and Shield.
1000%.
But I'm a Sword and Shield hater, so.
I think we all are. Jules and I play it. Like.
Yeah, I played it a lot. I put more than 1,000 hours in that game, and I was still kind of indifferent about it. I mean, I enjoyed the game for what I was able to do. I liked a lot of the new features, like the words. The max raid stuff, that was definitely my favorite part of the game, and it came out in the last part, which really upset me that it took them that long to release that part.
Yeah, Urshifu was dope. A lot of the mons themselves were dope. It's just the game was so linear, and there was no adventuring. You took out the fun part of Pokemon. Like, there's the little imp forest, right? Where you could get the fairy types, and that's where you see Grimmsnarl and all its pre-evolutions, all that stuff, right? And Galarian Ponyta, and there's like lore behind there, and it's right next to the gym. But you can't just go and adventure on your own. It's closed off until you go in the gym. Let me go in there and get bodied. You already like showed that you can see a level 60 in the wild area. So what does it matter if I go and I'm like 5 levels under whatever's in the wild over here?
Well,
yeah, I don't know. I think that Sword and Shield did a lot of things good, but they also did a lot of things bad. I think that, spiraling here a little bit, but I think that the fact that they were just like, yeah, we're going to introduce something very similar to Mega Evolutions, but it's just worse, was a bad idea.
Thank you for saying that. And we're going to cut the Galar talk there. We're going to talk about something way better. Do you guys think we're getting Megas in this game?
Oh, boy.
Because I'm scrolling through these starters, right? See these beautiful things, especially Turtwig. But these, by the way, this generation, 3 perfect starters. I don't think there's a bad starter in these 3.
No, they're all 3 of them are good individually,
and they're good together, like as a team. I'm gonna leave it on Turtwig though, you feel me? But they're good as a team too, which is wild. And Rod and I know from playing fucking DPP all the time. You remember that
those
good team that
work
you
on
made?
a team.
Huh?
Yep. I said those three can work on a team.
Yeah, it's because they balance each other so well.
Exactly.
It's so nice. So I hope they get megas. Do you guys think we get megas? Is basically what I'm getting at.
I really want to
mean,
say yes. I really do.
It's the hopeful fanboy in me that says that I hope that we get megas. You know, even if at the cost of it being like, oh, there's no new megas initially or something like that, and then they're like, oh, DLC, 1 and 2, here's 2 to 3 new megas per DLC, and you're like, you know what, like, if that's what it took for them to like be like, yeah, we're gonna introduce megas back in, like, I wouldn't like it, but I'd be like, yeah, like I'm fine with it. If it's between that and no megas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm. Again, it would be cool to see these back. I would love to see Mega Evolution back, but again, I don't know. I just feel kind of. I don't feel hopeful about it. I don't know why. I just don't. Yeah.
I
Like-
want it to happen. I think it might happen, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I mean, okay. Well, let's think about how they promoted Let's Go, right? When they promoted the Let's Go games and they showed the Mega Evolutions, was that towards the end of the promotion cycle, or was that like
Was that
towards like
right
the mid
away?
part of it? The end?
No, I'm pretty sure it was more towards the middle, right? That we found out they can mega evolve.
I think so. Hold
But
on. Let me look for it.
We kind of already knew because Agatha had the fucking mega thing on her. I'm pretty sure somebody did. I don't know. I remember seeing people online being like, "Yo, this looks like a mega ring" or whatever.
In all honesty, I think they've done a really good job. If they are gonna talk about megas, either there's two ways this goes. Either they're doing a really good job of hiding the characters that do prominently display them, or there's gonna be a costume change for all of the gym leaders, like after the Elite Four.
Yeah.
So either way, I think that that if there is that they're doing a really good job of hiding it, and if they're not, then it's whatever. But my guess is what they'll do is they'll wait until the last trailer, because they know how much the community's been dying and like begging them to bring them back. So I think they'll wait until like the very last trailer, like right before launch, and be like, oh hey, by the way, we have something extra for you, and then they'll like just show the characters like they'll show the main characters, whipping out, Gen 4 megas of the starters, and then like, all right, bye, and then they'll just leave it at that and like let the community implode.
Yo,
Bruh.
I would
Yeah.
love that, but I also don't. I think this is literally just an updated version of Diamond and Pearl. I really do. Especially
Yeah,
since
just-
look at the sprite, right? Look at the sprite right here. So we're not in the fucking platinum timeline, so it won't be post that. I don't know, the timelines are so weird. I'm staying hopeful. I don't think they'll do it. It would be great if they did. I don't think they'll do it. It makes sense for them to. Or maybe even just introduce it again. I would rather we don't get that or Dynamaxing or Z moves rather than give us all of them. You feel me? I would rather just give me what
Yeah.
we had in Gen 4
Yeah, just
than to add the gimmicks that they're like. You don't need to put gimmicks in your game, and I hope RCS is like the
Exactly.
start of them realizing, like, hey, we really don't need to put gimmicks in our games. Let's just give them Pokemon. Let's give them a good battling system. Let's have it customizable, and let's let them talk to their friends. That's pretty much what they need. And let me go to it really quick. Look at the underground.
they did
I
the
mean,
underground so
yeah,
perfectly.
Look
yeah,
at this.
they enhanced
They're
the
showing you
underground.
right here. Hey, your friends are gonna be able to communicate with you here.
And they
The
don't
thing is, though,
glitch.
is that
Yeah.
yeah, that is true. Yeah. What I was gonna say is that like you gotta remember, like when it came to the Gen 3 remakes, there was no Emeralds remake, but they were still able to put a lot of the stuff that was like an Emerald in the remakes. So it's not like it's like lost that they're gonna just ignore Platinum. You know what I mean?
I don't think
like
they'll ignore
like the events
Platinum.
that happened in Platinum.
Mhm.
I don't think they'll ignore Platinum, but I do think it's gonna be like Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire in that sense, where the gameplay is closer to picking a game, but it won't be that like Platinum was forgotten. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm talking about.
Yeah, and it would be
Yeah,
cool
but I
if they
mean,
added the. Oh, sorry, Jules. Go ahead.
no, I'm just kind of ranting here. I'm just kind of like saying words, but not really saying anything. If that makes
Oh,
any sense. Yeah, I think that these new games, I genuinely believe that they will have some form of post game because all of the games have had that like since oh god since what Black and White 2,
mm-hmm.
like ever since those came out, like the game has had some extra story at the end. So the if this were the first one that they were to do and it to stop, it would be a surprise.
I'm just trying to see like how close are they gonna add platinum content. Like, I know that me and Eric were talking about it beforehand. Like, if they're gonna do the distortion world and all that.
Yeah,
Like, if they're gonna continue.
and
Like,
if they're gonna do the distortion, oh, that's what we were talking about. I said, sorry to interrupt you, Rob, but like I'm gonna
Go
say
ahead.
really quick. I'll let you go on your thing.
mm-hmm.
Instead of the distortion world just being a my whole thing is replayability with Pokemon games. That's why I don't like Sword and Shield. It's not really replayable. It's kind of just repetitive. If instead of the distortion world, because we're not doing a platinum remake per se, let's just make it so that Hoopa Unbound is prevalent in here and you're going through portals in the distort, just changing it up a little bit if they are going to introduce it, so that you can incorporate other mons into the game.
Yeah, pretty much going back to or pretty much, being like Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, and whatnot. So if they did that, that'll make a lot more sense too, because like think about it, you have Palkia, which controls, the dimensions, and then you have Hooper just running around. Like, what if there was like some kind of Palkia mission that you had to do as well, and you had to, like try and stop Hoopa and Palkia from fighting or something like that. That would actually be kind of sick.
That'd be amazing,
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. Yeah.
bro. By the way, shout out to the artwork here.
Yeah, the artwork looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do contests, but shout out to them putting on a contest. The evaluations look nice.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna make like one point about the contest though. Like, I never did them before. Well, actually, no, hold on. like when I was a kid, right? When I was a kid, and you had to go to Hard Home City to like progress through the game.
Yeah.
I had no idea that, like, recently I found this out. I had no idea that you could actually just talk to the mom and then you could just leave. I didn't know that. I thought you had to do the contest. Yeah.
That's amazing. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, but like as a kid, I had. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure I didn't know that either. So I guess that might be 2 of us there. But I think it looks like they changed the pageant system around. So there may be something that, like, I could easily see them being like, oh, hey, you want competitive items? Hey, go do contests.
No, don't do
or
that.
Some shit.
Don't do that.
Oh,
Please
yeah,
don't do that.
Yeah, that wouldn't. Yeah.
It should be like a means to an end. Like, if you like contests, hey, your contest points can go into buying the same item you could buy in here, whatever.
No, that's what I meant.
Yeah, when Rod and I were talking about this. By the way, shout out to Poffins coming back. Just scroll past that. And Capsules coming back, which is one of the best features ever in Pokemon. Literally
one.
Put
words on it.
Yes, yeah, like you know what we put. You know what we put on there. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
We're just doing a quick talk about the contest. I was saying that I like the whole like dance thing.
Yeah, so if you it should be like, how you can spend your battle points to get items. Mm-hmm. You should be able to get the same items with the contest if that's your thing. It's not my thing, but I know it's some people's thing.
Yeah.
Bro, look at this behemoth Electivire. Oh, and the second goat, Leafeon.
I just gotta say, like, the whole rendering that they did with the original sprites, made it like how you saw. Like, again, going back to the Electivire and all that, I think they look pretty good, actually. The renders
like
look
this
nice.
better. I love this. I love the way that they're doing the sprites now, which is more textured. I know why before, starting with Gen 6, they made it kind of faded colors because they wanted it to look like the pastel drawings, the original Pokemon, which most people love that aesthetic. I prefer that aesthetic, to be honest. It just doesn't fit when you're making it 3D. Like,
exactly.
It's way better if you draw it like that and the mon looks cool than making it 3D and bland. So now look how dark Honchkrow looks now. And Electivire has actual like grain to him. Like that's what we need. If anything with 3D you should make it like, if technology was more advanced, make Leafeon look like actual leaves and you show the tufts more in Electivire skin. But if we're gonna make it like a drawing like this, I'm more than happy Pokemon looking like that.
Agreed. It just kind of goes back to what they looked like back in the original games too.
Yeah, look at Chimchar.
Yeah, Chimchar looks great.
Fucking clean. Obviously Pikachu looks clean. But yeah, I'm so excited for capsules, and look how they set it up here. Place 20 stickers on your fucking thing.
Also, I think they said,
it's always been 20, right?
I never knew I never knew the number. Back when I was a kid, I put a bunch of stuff on it. Put some bad words, you know.
I was gonna say that I think they mentioned something about the gym leaders giving you like some stickers if you beat them.
That's so dope. So like you get their signature or whatever. That'd be so dope.
Yeah, I like that little feature. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yo, one thing really quick that we didn't talk about with the decks, that you gave me this point before, Rod. So I'm gonna give you credit for this. Is bring you over Gen 8 mons. Do you think they'll bring over some Gen 8 mons? And if they do, does Obstagoon get Belly Drum?
Man, I really want to say it can, but I don't know. Something tells me Game Freak doesn't want Obstagoon to get Belly Drum and E-Speed.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's not about Obstagoon. It's about Eviolite Lanoon.
Exactly, that's another part.
And if we give that Belly Drum and E-Speed, I'd be so fucking happy. With an Eviolite, that's just goated. That's just straight up goated.
Yeah. Or again, you know, Obstagoon getting it too with a stronger base attack. That thing is just gonna sweep everything, like even better now.
Yeah, but then Infiltrator. No, Dragon Pulse still gets clapped even with it.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
That thing is gonna be nasty.
Yeah, what
actually,
checks
another
that?
thing is
Clef.
that
Clef checks it, right?
Yeah, I don't know where Clef checks it, unfortunately.
Yeah, Clef. Let's get it. I don't care. I used that mon when it was garbage. I'm okay when it's good. Like, I'm okay with being broken. I don't care. That's one of those where I'll just sit on my hill, like with Marshadow. Marshadow could be as broken as it wants because I love it so much.
That's my son right there.
Is it?
Yes.
Damn.
Okay, so we could talk about the Pokédex. So, like, what specifically do you want to talk about it? Like, just about the Gen 8 mons coming back, or like more than that?
Here's the thing. I would like to talk about it as a whole, and I also want to get your opinions, because I know I think pretty linear when it comes to Gen 4 because they're my favorite games. All I ask is that we get what we had before, and if you want to add some things cool, just don't take away from the Pokédex. I'll be happy as long as they don't take away from the Pokédex, which I don't think they will. But, you know, it just seems too good to be true. Game Freak always pulls some shit. So I just want the games to be good and have their full spectrum of Pokemon, and maybe they'll put some fan favorites in the Pokédex as well.
I really agree. Like, I think their whole thing is that they're gonna add the original 493, so, you know, all the way up to, what is it? I think it was Arceus. Arceus was the last one. All the way up to Arceus.
Yeah.
Again, saying if Arceus is in the game, then it'll just be Manaphy, or I think Shaman was last, or Darkrai, one of those two. But yeah, if they go all the way up to 493, and then they add like actually, do they even need to add the Gen 8 mons since all the games are going to be compatible?
They don't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They absolutely don't have to add the mons.
Yeah, all they need to do is just add all the returning mons. So all the Jono mons that got left back, the hole
And
in
how are
ones.
they? See, and it all comes back. And how are we gonna get the Johto mods? Release DLC of Johto. Thank you, Rod. Confirmed. Johto's confirmed. Rod said
Johto.
it's happening. Oh, and this guy's returning.
Oh god, Glasscore. Bro, like, I want to have a whole conversation about just competitive too. Like, competitive is gonna be so nasty in BDSP.
And our good friend Julian here needs to get back into competitive, so this will be a nice little refresher course for him. Let's just talk about how he's gonna run Ice Fang just to deal with Lando, and it still won't kill a Lando.
Yeah, the SD set is gonna go crazy. Hmm?
Oh my
Yeah, I wonder if, because now you know, the competitive format now is like, obviously you can see the Pokemon now. I wonder if they're gonna bother attempting to go back to the old Gen 4 style, which is where you can't see them, or if they're just gonna be like, nah, we're just gonna have it so that it's basically what it is now. So
Wait, I was gonna say, let me do you one better. What if they do 2 formats? One with no team preview and the other one with team preview. Why don't they just do that?
Please.
Yes.
that'd be interesting.
That'd be very
give me
sick.
that. Give me that. That would be amazing.
Like, can you imagine like doing the Wi-Fi battles where you can just have an option of like do team preview or no team preview, and then you just get like, yeah, and I mean, there's no online really, so you can just play with your friends, choose which style you want to play in.
And it makes it more true to how Pokemon was meant to be, which is
exactly
like how did we all fall in love with Pokemon? The fucking anime. And how did the anime work when Ash went to the Pokemon League? You didn't know what your opponent was throwing out. You were surprised. You knew what mons they used or whatever from PAL or whatever. That was a different thing. You can't truly know that, but it's so dope seeing, alright, you have 3 out of your 6. Pick what it is. That's why Pokemon Stadium was so fun. You have your 6 mons, and your friend doesn't know which ones you're picking. Like, it's so dope. I would love that if there was no team preview.
It also depends if they're gonna have wide-reaching online capabilities like they did with the newer Pokemon games.
Mhm.
Because if they do, I think that they'll keep with the team preview, because I'm not sure. I know Pokemon is a very popular game, but
Mhm.
something as niche as online in Pokemon, competitive battles are not as big of a thing unless it's tournaments, and tournaments you're there. It's basically LAN parties basically.
Right.
So I think that if they were to do that, either it's going to be one of those things where you're going to have it where it's like in the once you match with someone, it's all right, what do you want to do? Do you want to have it preview or no preview? And then you go from there. Because I think that if you splinter the population of competitive players, it might become where it's oh, you're only playing the same 15 people, every single time you decide to play at a certain time. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I think that it would be a cool addition, but it's it would have to be something that you can change, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean, you get options. I'm just saying that, well, for one, about the online for BDSP, in case you don't know, Jules, but there's no, Sword and Shield's going to continue being the competitive format, until whenever they do Gen 9. So that means that this game is, yeah, that means that this game doesn't have, a rank system.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Which,
All right,
That
well,
means that, yeah, go ahead.
I'm okay with it not being right. Keep this as casual and as pure as it needs to be. In all
Honestly,
honesty.
yeah.
This should be the sigh of relief after dealing with what Gen 8 is. You know what I mean? This should just be fun and have a new generation of kids experience Gen 4 in the best way possible. I think they're doing it. I really think they're gonna do it, and this is gonna be the resurgence of Pokemon again. This was really the start of competitive, was Gen 4.
It was. And even for competitive YouTubers too.
Yeah. Bro, I remember Pokemon forums. Let me go back to the story here. And just go to.
In all honesty, when I enjoyed what they did, what they've shown so far with these Gen 4 remakes, but it just gets me wondering that how long and at what point will they do a Gen 5 remake? Because like how many years down the line is that going to happen?
Well, I don't
And
know.
I just
we
wonder,
skipped
like-
a couple
like-
generations to get the Gen 4 remake.
No, that's what I'm saying. But in a sense, they're kind of going by eras. So they're like redoing, because I mean, they redid. They initially redid Gen 2 and Gen 1. Well, they redid Gen 1 around the time that Gen 3 came out, and then they redid Gen 2 when Gen 4 came out. And so I'm thinking that when they come out with this remake of it or remaster of it, that I hope that there's some connection to Johto, but I just wonder how Gen 5 is going to look. With its, it didn't have the best graphics, but a lot of people will argue that it had the best story.
It had a lot of story, but it also data dumped. Here's the difference, though. There, you could adventure whatever, and then you get your data dump. That's where I wish Gen 8 improved a little bit more. Is you're getting all this story that you have to read, but then alright, let me adventure. Gen 7 did it too. Big hand holding data dump. And Gen 8 I still think is better than Gen 7. But if Gen 5 just graphically matches up, we just gotta worry about Gen 4, bro, in all honesty. And port it over, because we're not gonna get Gen 5 for a while. They already found their formula with the remakes, and it's 1 year's a remake, 1 year's a sequel. So this is the remake generation, and then next one will be we get the sequel generation, and then it's gonna go on like that. It started with Black and White too.
But they still have been changing up the formula a bit, though.
I mean, nobody could have predicted Arceus happening.
Yeah, exactly. Like that definitely went straight out of left field, and that's a good thing. Like we need games like that. We need more games like that.
I'm pulling up a team real quick for you guys to see. Can you see this?
I can see the team.
All right, let
Yeah, I
me
can see it,
adjust
yeah.
it for the people at home. All right, teams like this are why we need Gen 4 to happen. Let me adjust that on the screen. This is why we need Gen 4 to happen. This is just a fun team. It's not a try-hard team, but it can still win because of how... I mean, also it's the number of mods, but... Because there's no team preview... it took me a while to get this up. But because there's no team preview, you kind of have to make a team to work with itself. You know what I mean? Instead of... oh, this is a lead at all times or whatever, because you actually don't know what's leading or coming.
This what makes it scary and also makes it fun at the same time.
Yeah, and then it's even better when you know people are copy and pasting teams, because you're like, all right, then I know what you have. You fucked yourself over.
Oh, just like that one time.
Yeah. It was with this team. We were using this team, remember? And you're like the last one's Heatran. And I was like, okay, perfect. I'm going. I'm focus punching.
But yeah, that's what makes this, so interesting though. Like seeing the meta, like if the meta, or not the meta, again, if they do BDSP with no team preview, then again we would see teams like these again.
That'd be so
that'll be a lot of fun.
What else? I think I have another team you gave me here. Oh, here we go. The Bronzong team. This team's stupid fun too. Bro, Flygon. Oh, now that Flygon gets Dragon Dance too.
Oh yeah, a DD set could actually be crazy. Wait. Oh shit, Flygon might be good in this game.
That might be. Flygon's always good. Don't you disrespect him, bro.
No, I mean I know, but
yeah,
it might actually have a place.
DD Flygon, bro.
Speaking of which, this is now an opportunity for Game Freak to go in and make those little adjustments to Pokemon that weren't necessarily good. So,
bust
like,
some OG stats.
Yeah, so this gives them an excuse to now go in and buff Pokemon that were considered weak that need the help.
I mean, I don't know why they did it with Raichu. Yo, Tauros needs it. Tauros needs a little bit, and Scrappy. It needs Scrappy.
Yeah, like this. You're right. This is the perfect chance to start buffing stats.
They did it with Gen 7. Didn't Dodrio get a buff?
Yeah, it got like I think I got jump kick and I think it's like 110 speed.
Yeah, just do that. Arcanine needs a little bit, but they're giving us Heatwing. Bro, I don't like that Fire Rock combo. Or is it Fire Ground?
It's Fire Rock.
Yeah.
It's Fire Rock.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna change typing.
I hope it does.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna change typing when it goes to Arcanine. It might genuinely lose its fire typing.
So we're getting
I think
Rock.
that
So we're getting
I think it might go. I think it might be like Steel or something, or like Steel and Rock maybe.
Fire Steel would be nuts.
Yo, Heatran?
Yeah,
Heatran
exactly. But the better version, because Arcanine's so much better than Heatran. I think we've talked about it. I rarely use that mon. Like, if you see a Heatran on my team, it's because somebody suggested it, not because I thought it. It's never a thought in my mind to put that on a team. Because my Flash
opinion,
Fire
Heatran
user is Arcanine.
only
at all
has.
times.
I was about to say, yeah, Heatran only has two good uses: fire or the Fire Spin and that fucking Flash Fire. Like those fucking moves are like the only reason why.
I don't know,
in
George,
my
you didn't see our Steel Beam Heatran.
That's why most people use. Okay, let me fucking rephrase that. You fucking Pokemon. I don't even know how the fucking word is used for you guys. You fucking
Pokemon Masters, thank you. We're Pokemon Masters.
Yeah, sure, Masters. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, for the people who play the game casually, the only people that's what people use on their fucking Heatran, all right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we're talking about just pure playthrough and like experiencing a story, Gen 4 for this new generation of kids, they're gonna clean their fucking gym badges like right here. Bro, like I'm just so excited. This is for sure gonna tailspin into like another surge of Pokemon, like guaranteed. I just hope they stick to this model.
It already kind of started. I mean, Pokemon really got lucky that people like Logan Paul started fucking doing Pokemon openings like a year before the fucking game came out, so they could just kind of milk it without actually like directly having to like talk about their cards.
Yeah, for some reason kids like him, so that works out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
wanted to make a
weird
point.
wording, Rot.
Wait, I mean, what? They do like him. What?
I don't know.
They enjoy his content. We say that.
Okay, they enjoy his content then. Whatever. I was gonna make a quick point about because you were talking about improving like the movesets for the Pokemon, right? I know they actually did show that off a little bit in the beginning. When they showed I think they showed Turtwig having like Leafage, which is something it didn't have in its original move pool.
Which
and
I
they
don't
also
understand
showed,
why.
And then they also had I think they had Chimchar use Power Punch. I think that's new one, too. Yeah.
Wait. Infernape with Power Punch?
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's like a new. Well, it's a new move for its moveset, but I don't know if it was already like on there for Chimchar.
I mean, didn't we get Power Punch Gen 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, love it. I absolutely love what they're doing with this game, and I'm just excited. Closing statements. How do we feel about this?
Oh, the Spear Pillar. It looks great.
And
I love. Me excited for Dialga and Palkia.
Also, look at that. Stunky is gonna be exclusive to my game, even though I do want a Sheldon. But nah. I have to get Stunky, bro.
I'm getting Diamond because that's the first game I got.
That's the GOAT. Jules, are you Diamond or Pearl?
I mean, I'm gonna get Pearl just because everybody else seems to be getting Diamond.
Wait, are you serious? Are Chris and Sean?
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, they're all getting Diamond.
Because it's the GOAT game, bro. Just get whichever one you like. It's not like we use the legendaries anyway.
Well, I'm not. It's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna get the game regardless. It's just it makes it a little easier to trade with everybody.
It does, but
Fuck,
we
I'm
literally
getting
only have 2 exclusives.
Well, 3 actually, but yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
getting
you're
both of
counting
them
the
anyway.
yeah. Team Galactic, bro. This is nice. This is so nice. I'm just so excited. But yeah, is there anything else you guys wanted to conclude before we wrap this up?
Hold on, let me go back to the list we had. Let me just check real
I
quick.
think we hit all points.
I think so. Just do a real quick look at it. Yeah, we covered everything.
Well, November 19th. Cop that shit.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. I still think they're not done yet announcing things for Arceus. I still think that I think that there might be like 1 or 2 more big things that they're holding on to. But I think that they've shown off a fair amount of the game. So I think that there's an opportunity for them to show off. I don't know, maybe not necessarily gameplay, but like new Pokemon or like new mechanics and stuff like that.
That's the thing. If we're gonna get any more announcements, it has to be this month. It has to be like, I say by the 15th, or we're not gonna get anything.
Agreed.
Well, yeah, at least with the Diamond Pro remix, yeah. But I mean, Arceus comes out next year, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So they have a couple, they have a couple chances to keep posting content. So we'll see what happens in these next coming weeks and months.
Damn, bro.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's it. All right, guys. I'm glad y'all stayed and enjoyed. If you stayed all the way, make sure to see Rot and subscribe to his channel over in my description. Like, comment, subscribe if you liked the video. Dislike if you disliked the video. I'm gonna get out of here and get out of here. Peace.